And welcome to Solutions to South Africa. Today I'm talking about the courage principle. We need to stop blaming apartheid for all our failures of today. At one time during apartheid, we had the best roads in the world, we had the best universities, we had the best military, and we had the best ESCOM. It was ESCOM at that time in apartheid was number one in the world, if not number three. So let's stop blaming apartheid for everything. If we make a wrong, we must admit. Let's be adult human beings. Let's be mature. If we make a mistake, say yes, sorry, I was wrong. Okay, let's not say that apartheid everything was wrong. ESCOM was number one. What did we do? We received a beautiful Rolls Royce in the form of ESCOM. We destroyed it. So let's not do that, please. Let's not stop blaming apartheid for everything. If we make a mistake, let's be mature and let's say I made a mistake. Admit your mistake. That's the only way we're going to get South Africa right. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Apartheid was racism together with separate development in confined townships. Yes, there are many legacies. Like, for example, in our case, we were in Pretoria CBD. My grandfather and father had a shop in Struban and Prinsloo Street. Today, where the Reserve Bank is, that was my father's shop. In those days, we were not allowed to open up a shop. As Indians and blacks and colors, we could not open up a shop in the CBD. We needed a nominee. We needed to get a white man to pretend that he's the owner. And every month, my parents and grandparents used to pay the money like a rent to say, if the policeman comes, you must say you are the boss. But meanwhile, we were the bosses. So there was no economic freedom. So Mandela gave us political freedom. He gave us economic freedom. He gave us everything. That was a superb man. That was a superb gentleman. We must never forget Mandela, what he did for us. How can we forget Mandela? It's fine if in 100 or 1,000 years we forget Mandela, but within 30 years, no, we cannot forget Mandela, please. It does not mean that everything that the white man did was wrong. We need to remove the toxins from our brain. Do you think a white man is bad? If you think the white man is bad, then your brain is in a cage. We need to remove. If you think the black man is wrong, then you've got a brain in a cage. Let's not generalize people. Yes, 90% of whites are good, 10% are rotten apples. But don't say all whites are bad. 90% of blacks are good, 10% are rotten apples. But don't say all blacks are bad. 90% of Indians are good, 10% are rotten apples. But don't say all Indians are bad. 90% of coloreds are good, but 10% are rotten apples. Don't say all coloreds are bad. 90% of Muslims are good, 10% are rotten apples. Don't say all Muslims are bad. 90% of Christians are good, 10% are rotten apples. Don't say all Christians are bad. We must remove the chain around our brain. We must stop but don't put people into categories. That's called discrimination, and I don't like discrimination. We must hire people with scientific, technology, political, health, and engineering skill, irrespective of the color of the skill. We must have courage to do that. We need to be courageous and honest enough to admit our current mistakes and shortcomings. Stop blaming apartheid for everything. Help and support my channel to grow. I'm tired and I'm fed up of crime in this country. Stop shooting me. Stop coming into our houses. Our house is our castle. Stop shooting us. Stop crime. Let's work together to make South Africa a beautiful place. Teamwork, TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. Stay well. Alhamdulillah.